back to blooming Nightshade. We're just gonna jump right into it. Decided to call up Kiku and ask her to spend Christmas Eve with me. After telling her what my idea was, I waited for her response. That sounds like a good idea. Really? I'm glad you think so. Is my room okay? Sure, I'll be looking forward to it. Yeah! I had to take a few deep breaths after hanging up. I had a date for Christmas Eve. I hope my room didn't look too messy or bland or anything when Kiku showed up. Shut up! I don't know what to do to prepare. Nervousness made me jump a bit when she knocked, and I had to take a deep breath before I let her in. Happy Christmas Eve, Himika. No, it's Merry Christmas Eve. She presented a small packaged cake with 2 disposable forks. I hope you don't mind that I brought a rather traditional gift. Hey, I didn't know cake was traditional for Christmas Eve. Chris, where was our cake for our traditional Christmas Eve? But I want cake. Says the one who tells me, oh, I don't want anything. You don't have to get me anything. And then when I ask you what you want, you never tell me. So I literally have like no clue what to get you. What would have been nice? Me getting you a gift that you probably wouldn't have liked? No, you wouldn't. You would have appreciated a gift you actually wanted than one that you didn't want. What? The one that I had a few days ago? Yeah. It's fine, I'm glad you came. I sounded so weird, didn't I? She had to be so much better at dating than I was, I'm sure of it. Even when I remember that Kiku was not used to small talk, I couldn't shake the idea that she was more experienced than I was. We sat down and started eating the cake. I didn't know what to talk about, so we spent a few minutes in silence. Try to relax, okay? This is supposed to be a happy day. Take whatever worries you have and try to set them aside. Maybe try taking a few deep breaths. She sounded so mature when she said things like that. Maybe she was bad at small talk, but she did seem to do better with more teacher-like conversations. Oh yeah, you can teach me up all you want, girl. What? Hey, I'm speaking in the voice of Himika. Looking... You're just homophobic, aren't you? What? I'm just kidding. Fuck off. I know you want me. Oh my god! Looking up at her face, she even had the expression that made her look every bit her age. Not even her youthful features could discredit her serious look. Deep breaths. Kiku nodded, smiling softly. Right, like that. Kiku scooted closer to me. Feeling a bit better? Yeah. In that case, is it alright if I try something? Tell me if you find it odd or inappropriate. Go ahead. Kiku took a piece of the cake on her fork, then lifted it. Oh, no, that's so fucking innocent. Reaching up, she put it in my mouth. My face was so hot, I barely realized that I chewed and swallowed the cake. Was that too far? No. My fork was left unused after that. I couldn't bring myself to be that bold. So Kiku fed the both of us until the cake was gone. After that, we talked about Kiku's most recent performance. She promised to play one of the songs I liked for me in private sometime. As we talked, I became aware of just how close we were. Kiku's cute face was shining with joy and energy. I felt myself leaning in closer. She noticed me hovering over her, and I almost panicked until she took my hand in hers. Let me know if this is too far, or if this sounds dumb to say. Her face brushed against mine. We were touching now. I was waiting desperately for the kiss. Do you want to play a song with me? Oh, Jesus, stop cock-blocking me. I do. Oh, that was so lame. We didn't even kiss. And all the other roots we at least kissed. Unless she meant the song. Right, Chris? Sex. You know, like how I want to make sweet music with you. That's an expression. For sex. Okay, yeah, that'd be great, but maybe the song that she meant was the sex. Anyways, it's useless talking to you. You add nothing to the conversation except oh, let's have sex. Okay, yeah, that's great, but I'm talking about this. Oh my god. While trying to come up with an ending for my essay, I glanced down at the time. The computer's clock told me that was getting late in the afternoon. Around the time Kiku would be finished with her club activities. However, I also noticed the date. It was late February already. Hey, it's late February over here too! Which meant that third years were going to be graduating at the end of next month. Fidgeting in my chair, I pulled out my phone and called it Kiku. Yuka, is something wrong? She sounded a bit confused, probably because she wasn't expecting me to call her right as her club meeting was ending. Do you have some time? I'd like you to come over to my room. Okay, how urgent is it? I hesitated and I wanted to see her as soon as possible, but I didn't want to make it seem like something was wrong. Just when you're ready. I'll be there in a few minutes. Hanging up, I closed my essay for now. I got up and paced a bit, my mind starting to get muddied by the frantic thoughts that were coming over me. Ever since the winter term began, I knew that there was only a little bit of time left before Kiku graduated. But I kept forcing myself to think about other things, and now I was starting to worry. What would happen after Kiku's graduation? Yeah, Chris, what will happen after your graduation? We're gonna be separated, Chris. I'm just kidding. We don't go to the same school. I don't go to school. I'm lame. Well, go to college, kids. What would happen after Kiku's graduation? I still had another year at Solana. And I don't have any idea what kind of job or university to apply for. Would Kiku still want to go out with me even if we were apart for a year or longer? Would she rather be available? She could find a new girlfriend at university or a boyfriend. I mean, not all girls that are dating each other are lesbians. You know, they could be bisexual. You know, why would you assume her sexuality like that? I thought back to what we did on Christmas Eve. They did do something. Maybe it was naive to think that Kiku was serious about me just because of that, but I wanted it to mean something. Oh shit, they actually did have sex. My thoughts got interrupted by a knock at my door. Yuka, I'm here. Yeah, one moment. I opened the door and let Kiku in. I closed the door behind her as soon as I could, and then locked it, feeling like someone could be spying on us somehow. Yuka, you don't look good. Are you sure you're okay? My body was shaking as I turned to look at Kiku. Seeing that concern on her face almost made me snap. I didn't want to think of the possibility of not having her anymore. I lunged at her, throwing my arms around her, kissing her face. Kiku slowly put her arms around me, rubbing my back. What happened? I'm worried that I had to choke the words out, so afraid of what Kiku would think. I had been keeping these words to myself, and I realized that I wasn't ready to share these thoughts. Kiku, we can stay together, right? What do you mean? What's wrong? Forcing myself to take a deep breath. I tried to talk slower. I still didn't trust my voice, but it was easier to get words out if I slowed down. You're gonna graduate soon, and then we won't be together anymore. But we can still talk, right? And see each other on breaks and stuff. I don't want to break up with you. I felt like the past month or two of worries that had built up inside me was gushing. Were gushing out. I immediately felt terrible at how I was on the verge of accusing Kiku like this. And that feeling of letting Kiku down seemed to snap the last reserves I had keeping the tears back because they started dripping from my eyes. I hugged Kiku to my chest so she could see the tears. You've been worrying about that? Why didn't you talk to me sooner? I didn't want to think about it. I didn't want to hear you say it would be over after graduation. Kiku sighed, her chest rising and falling against mine. Himika. I accidentally let out a sob and Kiku paused. She patted my back. Go ahead, I'll tell you after you cry. Despite how it made me feel like a terrible girlfriend, I let myself cry once Kiku told me I could. But when I was finished, my mind felt empty and numb. The only thing holding me together is Kiku's embrace. Himika, listen for a minute. I have a few things I want to say to you. She pulled back, holding my hands in hers. As she looked up at me, I sniffled, not quite able to look her in the eyes. Firstly, I'd like you to tell me if you're feeling these kinds of worries. I don't want you to suffer on your own. And my voice is dying. Sometimes you need to talk to someone to work through these things. Exactly, Chris, this is exactly what I'm telling you. All the time, and you don't listen to me, and then you take everything out on me. No, you! You never tell me what's bothering you until it's too late, and you snap at me and make me feel horrible. If we could afford that, yeah. I nodded, not quite able to voice a reply right now. As for graduation, it's true that we'll be separated when I graduate. You still have another year of school here. If you want to keep dating, I'm okay with that. We can talk on the phone or online. Things will be different though. We won't be able to see each other very easily for at least a year, maybe longer. Your feelings might change. I don't want them to change. I bit my lip, feeling disgusted at myself for my interruption. Kiku took a deep breath and continued. I know you don't want them to change, but sometimes that happens. I don't want you to force yourself to cling to a relationship if it starts making you upset. But we've spent Christmas Eve together, and we fucked. When I couldn't figure out where my thought was going, I held off. She closed her eyes, frowning as she squeezed my hands in hers. Yuka. Oh shit, they actually did! I was right! Oh my god! I mean, the way they were wording things, it sounded like they did, but I didn't want to actually assume that, but holy shit, I was actually right. Oh my god, I was right all along. Himika, I enjoyed that night too. So we didn't kiss her, but we fucked. Okay, that's kind of weird. Himika, I enjoyed that night too. Having sex with someone you care about can be wonderful. Well, maybe you should word that a little bit differently. Not just someone you care about, but you gotta word that a little better, because, I care about my mom, I care about my dad, but I want to... If I had sex with either one of those guys, I would feel horrible and feel disgusted, and I would kill myself immediately. But don't let what we did that night be the deciding factor in your future. I don't want you to suffer the kind of heartbreak I did. I looked at Kiku's face. She was looking downward, but she wasn't focused on anything in particular. What do you mean? 2 years ago, before you came here, I had a third-year girlfriend. Kiku clenched her teeth. Since I was an only child and didn't have many close friends in middle school, I got really close to this girl. I really loved her. For a long time, I thought this girl loved me. I'd sneak into her room at night so we could have sex. Then when she graduated, she broke up with me. She told me that she wanted to have a chance at new girls at the university, and that she didn't like me enough to wait for me. Oh shit, that's terrible. Kiku shrugged, looking up at me. That's the way some people are, Himika. She just wanted some fun, not a relationship. I should have noticed that sooner. But what she did isn't fair. That isn't the point, Himika. Kiku had her serious face now, and I had to steady myself to avoid backing away. Letting go of my hands, Kiku grabbed my shoulders. Things are going to change between us, Himika. I want you to be ready for that so you don't end up regretting anything. If you had wanted to break up, I'd have accepted it. I understand if a long-distance relationship is not appealing to you. But since you want to keep dating, I want you to know that things are going to be different for a while. I want to do it, though. I want to... I have to think. What did I want? I want to live in an apartment with you one day. I want to be able to see you every morning and night, even if we have completely different jobs. And if it becomes possible one day, I want to get married. This is kind of fast because they were dating for 2 months. What? I chanced to look over at Kiku's face, afraid of what her reaction would be. But the smile on her face suddenly made everything feel better. That sounds like a good plan. I think I can get behind that. Jesus Christ, you kids are too rude to face. So we can keep dating then? Yes. He stood up on her toes to kiss me. So, I love you, Himika. So please, don't worry too much about graduation. And tell me when you're getting worried about things like this, okay? I don't want you to keep this all to yourself until it makes you cry. I'm sorry, I'll try to be better. So I'm so happy to hear we can keep going out even after you graduate. I cry all the fucking time, okay? And I tell you what's wrong, but you don't listen. Well, then you don't talk to me. I hugged Kiku, smiling to it. I'm talking to you right now, motherfucker! I hugged Kiku, smiling to myself. I felt her hug me back, and that made me feel like everything would be okay. Can we... Kiku pulled back a bit, shaking her head. Now isn't a good time. She was gonna ask for sex again, wasn't she? We both have homework to finish, and I don't think you're in the right emotional state right now. How about this? You do well on your homework, and I'll sneak over to your room the day before the third year is on move out. Does that sound good? Yeah, thank you. Kiku hugged me again, nuzzling her head in my chest. We can make this work, Himika. Just remember to be honest about your feelings so we can work them out like this. Yeah, I'm sorry I dragged you into this mess. It's fine. Just don't let it get too bottled up anymore. I promise. Holding Kiku close, I felt better than I had since winter break. Knowing that she wanted to make our relationship work just as much as I did gave me the courage to look forward to her graduation rather than dread it. I still wasn't sure how things were going to work out, but now I wasn't afraid anymore. I wanted to see that future where Kiku and I lived together, and from now on, I was going to work toward that future. Aww. It is gay! It's literally gay! It's called Yuri for a reason. Oh my god, this video is 19 minutes long. Wow. Alright, well, that was the end of Kiku's route. So that being said, if you guys would like to see more of it, like down below, comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!